Hello, and welcome to DBC Designs by Shantae. Today I'm going to be putting together a bracelet for one of my customers. They sent in what they wanted. So I'm going to be using Tigers Eye, black onyx. I'm going to be using a little bit of obsidian and a hematite to get them going with their bracelet. So this is for a male. And what I normally try to do is I try to prep everything on the table before I get started, so I don't have to do a lot of moving around or making a lot of unnecessary sounds like I'm making right now, because there were a few tools that I did not have on the board. So again, we're going to be making an 8-inch or round bracelet, and this is for a male. And again, I'm going to be using the Tiger's Eye, the black obsidian, the onyx, and a little bit of hematite. All right, so we're going to get started. Now for me, I don't cut the string. I leave it on this spool because one, I like the little niche. I don't have to worry about my beads sliding off. And once I get down into the end, I normally take it, wrap it, and then bam, cut it off. So for the sake of the video, I am going to do that. And again, this is going to be 8 inches. This is going to be an 8 round. So generally, okay, this is a cute little tool that you can get when you're starting out and you're not sure how many beads you need on a bracelet, or if your beads are going to line up the way that you want. I put so many together now that I know how many beads it takes for, you know, the 7 3/4 up to a 9, and for the kids and so forth. I generally know what those are, but it still is a good template if you're not sure where you want to place your charms and so forth. Like you may have the vision in your head one way, but you just want to make sure for the sake of time that you go ahead and use this little tool to, basically it's a bracelet beading board, to line everything up exactly, to not have to go back and do anything. So it do save time if you're not 100% sure of the come out. So for the sake of this video, because I put it here, I'm going to go ahead and use it. So let me grab another set of, I love containers. As you guys can see, I have everything in containers. This just allows for easy grab, and you pretty much have everything that you need. And they're stackable, so that makes it a little bit easier too. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to do, from what I'm visualizing, I'm going to do 3 gold. This is going to be gold highlights in this one. So I'm going to be using the gold spacers. So I'm going to do 3 spacer 3. And then I'm going to do the spacers on both sides, the left and the right. Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and I am going to put I like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And every now and then I do use the smaller bead. So I'll go from an 8 to a 3 just for contrast. Again, it depends on what you're looking for the outcome to be. I'm going to go ahead and put the spacers on the outside of those 2 beads as well. And now, for this next one, I am going to, yeah. So for the next one, I am going to put the bumblebee here, because I want it to line up there. Okay, and I'm going to put the honeycomb. This is really cute. This is the honeycomb. Really, really cute. I love it. put the honeycomb on that end of it. Okay, so that I know that that'll line up. And now I'm going to go into, because I was using the matte bead at first. And now I'm going to go and I'm going to switch to my shiny for where the two charms are going to hang from. I'm going to use the shiny onyx. Okay. Put that there. Okay. And so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the 3 matte again. And then I'm going to do the 3 matte again. 2 more gold spacers. And I like putting the charms on the outside because you'll come to find that when you finish your design, you may not want the charms there. You may want to add them all to the front, or, you know, space them out a little bit different, or not have them evenly dispersed and have them kind of stagnated. So it's all in preference. But if your client gave you a direct, this is what I want, then of course you would follow that. But when they kind of leave it open and just say, I want to use these particular beads, then you have that freedom to go ahead and make it more custom to your preference, which I love. I love being able to have the flexibility to use the stones that they've requested, but with my vision. And one of the things I do when I'm placing my stones, especially with those like a tiger's eye, because the tiger's eye, each stone is different, you know, and the contrast changes. Like, I want to make sure, because I'm using the yellow and black bumblebee, I want to make sure that when I pick my tiger eye, that I use one that has more of the bright sheen in it than the dark, because it's going to make that yellow pop. So just a little bit of me being a little anal. Again, this is for a male, so to keep it masculine and just to give it a little bit of bling, I'm going to be using one of my diamond hexagon. Wait a minute, forgetting my geometric shapes here. I think that's hex. I can't remember. So right now I have a block, but I'm going to be using one of these just to bling it out a little bit. So I'm going to sit that right smack in the middle as I'm closing it out, because this is going to determine how many of the other beads that I use. And I think I'm going to go with one more each of the spacers and one more each of the beads. And I'm going to bring back the shiny onyx to close it out at the front. Oh, that's beautiful. Toot toot. We need to turn one horn, right? Perfect. And I think I'm going to go back to the black onyx. Let's see, do I want to do that? My fingernails have grown and they like, get my nerves sometimes with the spacing. Perfect, 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 perfect. Now, do I want to dull that out? Or do I want to put the tiger eye in around the gold? And again, this is a perfect example right now as to when you should use one of the bracelet beading boards. Because like right now, my vision changed as to how I wanted the front to close out, because I think the black is drowning the center stone instead of making it pop. So I think I'm going to rotate the tiger's eye and the onyx positions, because I want that gold to pop. I want that gold to pop. So I'm going to rotate where they are and see if it gives me that pop that I'm looking for right with that bling. I want the pop and the bling. Yeah. Excuse my humor, but hey. Bam. And yes, good call. So that was a good call. Works out much better with the Tiger's Eye directly next to the bling. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It does. It does. Does it have too much dark on that one? I may go with. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this Tiger's Eye. Still Tiger's Eye, just one that has a little bit more sheen. Bam. So that on the wrist when it rotates or when he's wearing, no matter what, he gets that sheen, that pop, so it doesn't change the look of it. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I'm actually thinking about putting my bead on top of the honeycomb and just having one pop off instead of two. Yeah, and because this is a guy, let me see. I think I'm going to put it more to here than the front. That way he gets that clearly. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it at the back. Yeah, I'm going to have it at the back so that he can twist it around to the front and just have the bee and the honeycomb showing at the top of the wrist and the bee and the honeycomb dangling at the bottom, or vice versa. So I'm going to actually, again, this was another perfect example of why sometimes, even though you have that vision, you still want to use your bracelet beading board because you may want to change direction at the last minute, just like I did. And I love this. Like, I love this. So I'm going to bring this a little bit closer for you guys just to see the beading. Look at that. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. TBC Designs by Shantae. Did you see how I went in infomercial voice? I love it. I love it. I love it. So now that that's complete, we're going to go ahead and thread it. We're going to go ahead and thread it. And this is perfect too because no matter what, you know it's going to line up the way that you want. And you'll be adding the beads. I was going to add some wings as well to this particular bracelet because this particular client has lost a sibling. And I was going to put the wings on there as well. So those would be there. So let's get this threaded up. Let's get it on and popping. Let's get you threaded. Okay. And again, I leave this attached because if I drop it or whatever, it's not going anywhere. And they do have string locks and so forth, but this is it's free. It's on here. It's not going anywhere. Boom. And when you leave it on the rope as well, like this beading board goes for 7 3/4 up. Sometimes once I put it around my wrist, because I do use my wrist to gauge when I go to close it and how tight I pull the strings. I don't like those loose bracelets. Sometimes I'll go in and I'll wind up adding 2 beads on the back end just because I want it to be a little bit more fuller because of how tight I'm pulling it together. And by not cutting your string and leaving it attached to this, it allows for you to do that without having to rethread. Rethreading sucks. Save yourself some time. Okay. Save yourself some time. So this is the slow part. Getting the beads in is the smaller part for threading. But I love it. So I've now been doing the bracelets portion of my crystals for quite a bit. But I love to freehand and freestyle my crystals. As you can see, all of the work that you see in the background is designed by me. DBC, Designs by Shantae. It is created by myself. All of it is my work. All of the stones that are used on any of my designs are 100% natural stones for healing and growth. So just like on this particular one with using the, put that back, with this particular bracelet, with using the onyx and the tiger's eye, this is a protection and this is a protection bracelet. It's a grounding bracelet. And for a lot of people, you know, they just like the stones. They don't necessarily know the healing abilities, benefits, and beliefs that are behind some of the stones. So, you know, it's all into what the individual is aware of. But I love my stones for the beauty of them and for the characteristics and benefits of them. I truly do. And I always put in my video, please go and visit designsbyshantae.org. That is my website. You can also do custom, any design that you see on there, any bracelet or anything that you see. If you want a different set of stones, you simply would go ahead and purchase the one that you see. And in the notes section, you would say, change out obsidian stone to amethyst, or change amethyst to fluorite, or whatever the stone choice is. Or you can say, hey, can I make this one solid color, or can I make it multiple colors? Whatever you want, just put that in the notes there, and I will go ahead and follow your instruction, and I will follow up with you via email. But you would pay for the bracelet or item that you see on the site. You would pay for that one, and you just put your notes in the inside. And when your order is complete, your particular bracelet will be added to the page, and it will have a ribbon on it that says custom, so that people will know that this was a completed custom design from this original. So that's why I want you guys, or I require rather, for you guys to still purchase the ones shown, and then put your notes in as to how you want to change it, so that when they get uploaded back for, you know, once they're done, and I put that custom tab, this was what they saw, but here's their vision. And now you get to go back on that and comment, you know, on your experience and your review of the item once you received it. Typically, orders go out. So if you look, orders go out within 48 hours when it's a quick item, you know, something like the bracelets, a quick pendant, or something like that. But if you're getting a something custom made like a crown, then of course it's more than 48 hours. Though the specifics of that will be noted there as to generally how long did it take for your custom item to be made. For instance, that particular crown, that was 2 days that it took to make it, and then it was shipped out once they approved the design. So it still was received within a week of the request. The end buyer still got it within a week, but that was because they didn't have alterations, they didn't, you know, or anything, and they liked the design. So that's the original and that they used to purchase their crown, and then they made their customizations, and I followed that. So again, this is all in your eye. Just letting you know more about Designs by Shantae, and it's DESIGNSBYCHAUNTE.org. Please visit the page. Please share the info with your friends. I'm also on all the social media sites as Designs by Shantae. Now, when it comes to Instagram, it's Designs_by_Shantae, because, you know, they have their requirements for usernames and so forth. So that's that. But Designs by Shantae, if you Google it, if you just put Designs by Shantae in Google, all of my social media sites will come up, and then you can click on it straight from Google. And then please like and share. Please like and share and review. Those of you that purchase, please do place your review there. I love reviews, as I believe that those are our teaching guides, visually and everything. You know, you grow from other people's critiques. You know, those critiques matter. So please do make sure once you're finished, once you place your orders and you get your items, that you share that. So we're going to go ahead and close this in. And this is, let me just show you what I meant by that earlier when I was saying I leave it on there and why. Because now it's there. I can take that while it's on there, pull it around my wrist. Now see, this is for a male, so as you can see, it's a little bit more gap. But what you want that leg. But what I do is when I close it, I feel like a sneeze is coming on. Just regular sinuses. When I close it, I just pull it tighter, because bam, and then you have it. You have it just like that. And I like to leave it on there because, again, still, I have the ability to go back and add. I haven't cut it off. And it gives me that space I want to be able to pull it, you know, and put some force behind it without you losing your grip and beads go flying everywhere. That sucks. Happened several times. Happened several times before I decided to do it this way, which has been very effective, and I haven't had that issue. So we're gonna get that in there. Gonna get that done. And I use a very thick grade. I do not like, what is that thread? Every time they send it with, when I order stuff, I just toss it to the side. But you know those little round ones that come with it? It's like this. This thread, I do not like those. This is something that I bought from someone in support, because I believe, you know, we all should support each other. So I bought their bracelet, and I love the stone, it's highlight, but I do not like this, because over time your bracelet gets very loose, you know, and so forth, and then this is dangling and it's too big, and then you really don't want to wear it anymore. So I don't use that type of threading cord. I want my bracelets to not lose their shape. Okay, so now I'm going to pull that out, loop it around my finger, get it right above where the ties are, and bam. Okay, cut it off of there. Bam. That's done. Look at that. It's beautiful. Slide it on. Perfect. You got your grip. Remember, this is for a male, so we're going to have a little bit of lag on my arm, because of course the male arm is bigger, but that is beautiful. So I am going to remove the beading board, and I am going to grab, I still haven't added the charms on yet, so I'm going to take the picture of before the charms get on, and I always keep secondary phones, so I don't have to disturb that. I'm going to take my pictures of this the way it is. Oh, that is gorgeous. Hate tooting your own horn, but toot toot. Okay, and this is with the iPhone. I'm going to be honest, I love taking pictures with my Droid. I know all of the iPhoneers out there like, oh, but no. I like the droid pictures. Yep. Okay, so that's that. Set that there. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add on. We're going to add the charms. Oh, it fell. I heard something. We're going to add on the charms. Let me grab. See what I mean? I forgot a particular item that I was going to need and I had to move out of the camera view. So I don't like to do that. But it happens. So let me get two. Maybe those ones. I'm going to need you guys to pick it up. And let's get that one. Ooh. I have a lot of rose. You know, rose gold was a very, very hot item for a while, and then it just tapered off. It's more so for, I'm noticing the younger crowd now. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get, and I think I'm gonna put my V on top of my honeycomb. So let's open it up. Okay, and we'll get the honeycomb. I want it to go that way. Okay, so yep, so I'm gonna put my B. And the honeycomb. Do I put two up here? I knew that was gonna happen. Happens all the time. Okay. And then I want to place it back on here really quick. I want to see where I want to drop that. No, I said I was going to put it so that he can do the front and the back. And yep, that's what I'm still going to do. I'm still going to go with my vision. I'm going to close this up. I'm going to close it. And this will be done. I don't like to lose my grip, and I like to keep the piece at the front so I know it's fully tight. And that's one there. I'll keep those up here. So I have to do that again. Oh, that was perfect. Perfect. Okay, so this is complete. So, and this is what I'm at. I'm going to get up, I'm going to show you guys. So what I did was, remember I stated I may put it at the back so he can wear it with the bead, or you can turn it and have it with just the blingage. You know, you can do it either or. And it's perfectly aligned front and back, which I think is beautiful. I love that. Look at that. Ah! I love it. So, that is complete. So, thank you for staying tuned in with me. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching the video with DBC Designs by Shantae. Please do visit the website. This DBC Designs by Shantae.org, and make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.